Hi guys, and welcome to another vlog. I've made a list of things I need to do because all of last week I wasn't at my apartment. I've also had a lot of stuff going on in my life that's making me almost
tip over the edge, but
everything is always happening for me, never against me. I might not be able to see it now, but I am a firm believer that I can handle my hardest days. As Janae would say from Love Island, I've just been taking L's to L's to L's back to back to back. I don't know what the universe is doing, but I feel like I'm being bashed in the face with challenges and she's really testing me. But I am really excited to smash out a bunch of things on my to-do list, and the first thing that we're gonna do is go grocery shopping. I really don't need to do that much of a grocery shop because I'm gonna be away over the weekend. Let's go to the shops. Let's go to Daiso. I hope you love resetting with me. Hopefully this motivates you a little bit. Everything is going to be okay. I love you and I hope you love the vlog. Guys, are in my favorite little kitchen spot, aka the only place where I can put my camera. But let me give you a quick haul. Wow, I'm so excited for this flavor. The original is just like vanilla ice cream with chocolate coating, but I've tried the berry flavor. I loved it so much, the palm ice cream series, and this one is honey and cream cheese. Yum. And I've never seen a purple grape flavor for puppycore, so I picked that up as well. I'm gonna pop them in the freezer now. I got my near and dear pizza sauce. I love making like morning pizza toast, so I got this. I haven't had it in a while because I ran out, so I'm very excited about that. I got some chua, which I believe is like, I have no idea, made out of beans. I don't know, but it has like that fishbowl texture, and I'm gonna make a side dish with it right after this. Nanas, bean sprout. I've been seeing so much bulldog ramen mukbang on my shorts feed. They didn't have bulldog, but they had this dupe. I hope it's spicy. This is so boring. But it literally brings me so much joy when I do things like this. But I have not bought English muffins in the longest time. A lot of the toast, like bread, was like sold out, so that's why this caught my eye. I love English muffins. I used to have them all the time in Australia. I don't know, that makes me really excited for breakfast tomorrow. Onion, cucumber, and I think for dinner tonight I'm gonna make a spag bowl. I haven't made it in Japan ever. It's been a good 2 years since I've made this, so I'm really excited. I've got all the ingredients. I've got a bunch of carrots, I've got the onion, I've got the meat sauce, I believe I have mince, and I'm thinking of adding some eggplant in it just for like extra veggies. I'm really excited. And then from Daiso I got some little containers. I got this for a bit of freezer organization I want to do right now. It's like packed to the brim. It's looking so chaotic, so I just kind of want to organize it, make it look a little bit nicer. And I brought some usta sauce, which is kind of like, it's like a thick soy sauce. Mum used to always make it in her signature spag bowl sauce, and I remembered, so I got it. Yeah, I made like this zucchini and ham kind of stir fry situation. I just had the zucchini was about to go off. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I just kind of tidied up the kitchen, and the 3 things I want to meal prep with you guys today is 2 Japanese side dishes, spag bowl sauce basically. But the side dishes I want to make, one based off capsicum and the chikua, and then the second one is going to be bitter melon. I used to hate bitter melon. Like, I don't think a lot of people like bitter melon in general, but when I went to Ishigaki last year, which is in Okinawa prefecture, this is their national dish, goya champuru, and I had it and I loved it. I fell in love with the bitterness, and honestly, like, if you cook it right and get the bitterness out of it, I do like to soak mine in some salt to kind of soak the bitterness out for a little bit. I'm gonna make goya champuru as my second dish, and I'm so excited because it's literally so easy to make. I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna use these goya champuru sauces that I got as a souvenir for myself when I visited, but I'm gonna leave a recipe here of a homemade sauce. I've actually done the homemade sauce because I completely forgot about these, and it turned out really yummy. But let's get cooking. It's currently It's currently 6:15. I'm literally just gonna chuck songs on the whole time I'm cooking, and I'll voice over the recipe part, but I'm curious to see how long all of this takes me to cook. I think I should be able to get everything done by 7. Yeah, 45 minutes, focus mode, let's go.
Hopping on voiceover because I think this will be much easier, but I was actually quite shocked to see pink seeds. Usually they're meant to be white, so I'm sure the Goya was going a little bit off, but that is completely fine. I'm gonna soak it in a little bit of salt to draw out all of the bitterness, but while that's going, I'm going to cook my pork, and I actually cooked it in sesame oil, and I also like to scramble my eggs beforehand so that the eggs are kind of stuck together and they don't turn into like a really muddly, is that even a word, mixture when it's all mixed in the fry pan. I squeezed out all the moisture and the bitterness and I'm frying it. I actually wish I put the pork in with the Goya then the bean sprouts, but it's totally fine. Give them a good mix. I obviously want the bean sprouts to be quite crunchy. Add your sauce mixture, and then the very last step is to add the eggs. And the second dish is really, really easy. I just sliced out my capsicums into thin pieces like this, and while I was having the vegetables going, I decided to cut up my carrots and onions as well. This will be going into the bolognese. I just like cutting my veggies all at once, and yes, I did cry because these onions were killing my eyes. But cutting the chikua into bite-sized pieces, and with the capsicum I basically just fried them up in a little bit of oil and added the chikua, and I seasoned it with salt and pepper and dashi powder. You can get this in Japan, you can get this in any Asian grocery store. I highly recommend it. Just elevates your dish like by 100. I'm also adding eggplant into my bolognese, which obviously is not usually like a staple ingredient, but more veggies, more fiber, we love to see it. I don't know why I decided to kind of like cook down the vegetables first. I could have done this in this order, so I actually took the vegetables out and then I did the mince and then I put the vegetables back in. Very weird order. Again, you can just do the meat, and the oil from the meat will actually help when cooking the vegetables next. Add your bolognese sauce. This is just one I found in Japan, and then I like to do a nice dash of usta sauce.
I said that I should get everything. So I'm just coming in for the time check. It is now 7:20. Yeah, I didn't get everything done in 45 minutes, but it did take me just over an hour and 5 minutes to meal prep 3 things, which I am so happy about. It just goes to show, like, you really just need 1 hour of your week, of your weekend, to just head down, podcast on, YouTube on. I've just been watching YouTube videos and just kind of cooking, washing the dishes as I go. This is the capsicum and chikua kind of itamemono. That will be really good to pop on like just like a small plate like this and have it on the side. And then this is Goya champuru. I can definitely have this as a side, but it's definitely salty enough to have with rice as you normally would have Goya champuru. But yeah, I'm so happy. I have 2 veggie filled dishes all ready to go for the week. My bolognese is just doing its thing. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit while I get some other stuff done. So another thing that's been on my list is desperately changing my case on this. I don't know if you can tell, this case technically used to be clear, and you know how clear iPhone cases are. Like, you can tell around here how this was literally all clear. The back looks disgusting as well because my Octobuddy has kind of come off on the sides, and then I just kind of like force it back on. So I've actually got 3 new cases from K-Screw, and I'm gonna unbox them now. I'm really excited because they have a little gadget on the back of their phone cases that make it exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, that is so sleek. Like, can you just see the color difference? Like, this just looks like a nice frosty clear. They have a little stand. I've never owned a phone with one of those like finger hole things that allow you to kind of hold your phone however you like. You don't need to worry about this falling off because it's quite literally molded into the phone case. It's not like a stick-on. This one is a white version of the same one. I really want to thank K-Screw for sponsoring this portion of the video. This is actually my first ever paid collab on YouTube, which is really exciting. I'm obviously still growing my account, and I have always been posting videos since I was in high school just for the memes, taking it more seriously this year. And yeah, it's just cool to hit like mini milestones like this. So I just want to say thank you so much. Okay, let's go check on the pasta because that's been cooking the whole time. I'm someone that thrives off alone time, being in my apartment and not leaving the house, as depressing as that sounds, especially during the heat in Tokyo. Like, no,
I would much rather stay at home. But I thrive off those two things, and also routine, especially with like my lifestyle right now, where I always hate talking about this because it feels weird because I'm not like super big, and I'm definitely nowhere close to half of these creators who are booked and busy. Like, I be just doing my own thing and staying consistent and doing some other like work behind the scenes, whether that's like UGC or just like Tokyo based stuff. I've definitely been very out of routine the last few days and weeks, and I think that also just triggers like a little bit of discomfort in me because I thrive off routine, and especially when I have to manage my own money and finances, like what I get paid, what I don't get paid. Because if you are an employee for a boss, a company, like you never have to worry about like getting paid at the end of the month. Everything is kind of laid out for you. But I think with my type of lifestyle right now, where everything is kind of all managed by myself, the only thing that keeps me genuinely sane is routine. And when I don't have routine, I think I just like freak out, and I feel like wasting days and not making myself proud. So these kind of lists and this whole like reset vlog situation that I'm filming today, it actually does so much for my mental health, more than you think, because yeah, I've just had a very full-on week last week. I keep saying that, but it's just to summarize, it's just like, let's just say that just because you are related to someone, that does not mean that you should tolerate toxicity and disrespect. I think right now I'm just very run down from events from last week, and yeah. So when the hard drive thing happened and I realized that my hard drive was just absolutely corrupt. By the way, I ordered a Toshiba one from Amazon Japan, and I literally haven't even had it for 2 months, and this shit literally broke on me already, so do not recommend. And yeah, I definitely could have cried and thrown a fit, but I do believe that it's teaching me something, or the original video idea I had in plan wasn't what needed to be edited. I had to sit down and film this video today and force myself to have a reset. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? If my hard drive didn't become corrupt and I couldn't access my files that I was originally going to edit, I was originally going to edit a very jam-packed weekly vlog with my best friend Nadia, because it was like the first full week where she was going to be living in Tokyo, and we did so much stuff, and it was meant to be like a really like jam-packed kind of weekly vlog. And I was going to like literally sit down at this desk for the next 3 to 4 days and just like edit and get this video out for you guys. But I just realized usually when I get in those editing modes, I will not leave this chair and I will not leave the house to get fresh air. Like, it's so bad. But especially when I have like a timeline where something is due, I tend to just kind of close myself into my own bubble, and I'll eat at really irregular times. But I just realized maybe I needed to just like have a reset, go do grocery shopping, make some really yummy healthy meals, make a good old bolognese, just like do a bunch of stuff that's like really good for my mental health, and just to like reset. There you go, Banto Siri. It's always working in our favor, never against us. Now I'm grateful. I'm not gonna jinx it because I still want my hard drive to realign itself and come back to me. Now I'm really excited to have dinner. Y'all, I'm so excited, guys. We are capsicum side dish, my Goya champuru. They both look a little bit funny because I've kind of crammed them into these containers, but I think they've cooled off.
Let's go shopping center together. Lululemon gym shop. Gym shop? I think I mentioned earlier, like I
Finally portioned all of leftover bolognese. I feel like bolognese and Japanese curry and stuff always taste so much better once they've sat for like a day or two. What a weird angle, but you're currently just sitting on my Yui boom. But I cannot, like, just seeing like a bunch of containers packed with food like this just like brings me right back to when I used to work full-time in Japan and in Australia. I used to be such a meal prep geek. Like, I love it. It was just kind of like a, not hobby, but it was definitely one of those things where I would just like go into flow and like everything just turned off in my brain, I would always just be listening to music or watching a YouTube video like I have today with my beautiful case crew stand. I'm not even kidding, this is so freaking useful. Like, I just realized the one that my boyfriend has on the back of his phone, which a lot of people do, is not actually to use as a stand, but more so just to like put it on their finger like a ring, so that when they're laying down or just taking photos and stuff, they don't have to worry about ever dropping their phone. But this is just such a useful thing, especially when you're doing things around the kitchen. Yay! Good morning, I look a stay. I am going to get straight into kind of unpacking, cleaning my room. What you don't see behind me is like just like stuff I've received in the last few months, and I have a little suitcase over there that needs unpacking. Let's do that. It's gonna be a time lapse. I feel like reading before bed has been so good for natural melatonin to kick in, and then I like without a doubt always have such a good sleep. We need to go 7-Eleven because I need to pay a bill, because we still be paying bills in cash in Japan. I know. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then just gonna go journal. Oh my god, I have so many white hairs. Oh my god. Black hair, you can see that. I've always had white hair since I was like quite young, like in high school. This is my new favorite everyday bag, guys. I actually claimed it from my auntie because she hasn't been using it, but it's like the most perfect like little size. I just love that the bag fits so much. I can fit literally 3 books in here. So I've got my reading book, which I don't know if I'll read because I primarily just want to focus on journaling this morning, but I've got my journal, and then this is also book reading journal. Basically what I like to do is when I read books and I flag pages where I'm like, oh, I really want to remember this, or like quotes that I love, especially with fiction books, I actually just go ahead and write it down. I haven't done this for a while, but that's also because I haven't been reading as much. So nicely, I could still fit like a bottle of water, like so much stuff in here. If I didn't mention, it's from the brand Russet here in Japan. I didn't even know the brand exists, but there's a tag that says Russet. So it's quite hot. It's literally like 33 degrees today. So I'm a little bit worried, but just stepping out of the house and breathing some fresh air will be really good, because for the rest of the day I'm literally, my meals are sorted, I'm gonna stay inside and edit. So I think it's a good thing that we're doing this. Anyways, let's go. Oh my god, there's like people literally staring at me right now because I have my fucking tripod and I've like fully extended it. Anyways, I am gonna read. No, I'm gonna journal. Anyways, I'm gonna get stuck into journaling. Okay, let's journal. We are home now. I feel so good after that journal session. I don't know, like whenever I don't journal for a while, the last time I journaled was like the 29th of August, and as I'm filming this right now, I think it's like, oh my god, it's 11. Yeah, that's a freaking long time for me not to journal. 2 weeks. I feel like sometimes when I don't journal for a while, I procrastinate it because I feel like, oh, there's so much to unpack. Just gotta sit down, grab your pen and like let it flow, and like so many random things just came onto paper. And initially I was gonna journal about a particular thing, and then I ended up journaling about something completely different anyway. So yeah. I was making this like every day for months straight. I posted a recipe on my TikTok, but it's genuinely like such a nice pizza craving hit. Itadakimasu.